It was once the future of gaming. Halo, Xbox Live, game-changing power that defined a generation. But today, Xbox is falling behind. In 2024, Microsoft shut down entire studios, including ones it had just acquired. Flagship exclusives like Redfall and Hi-Fi Rush underperformed. Market share continues to slide. And while PlayStation and Nintendo dominate sales, headlines, and hype, Xbox is struggling to stay in the conversation. So, what happened? This wasn't a sudden collapse. It was a slow erosion, a series of decisions that chipped away at what once made Xbox great. It still has Game Pass. It still has fans. It still has Microsoft's bottomless pockets. But momentum? Identity? Trust? That's what it's losing. And here's the real twist. It's not just Sony that's beating Xbox. It's Xbox that's beating itself. Because when your biggest competitor lives inside your brand, it's not just about winning. It's about surviving. To understand how Xbox is failing, we have to remember how it rose. In 2001, Microsoft entered the console wars with a bold ambition to take on Sony and Nintendo, two titans with decades of dominance. And against all odds, Xbox didn't just survive. It made history. The original console gave us Halo, a game that didn't just sell units. It launched a franchise, a generation, a fandom. Xbox Live? It redefined multiplayer gaming and turned online play into a standard, not a luxury. Then came the Xbox 360 leaner, faster, bolder. For years, it outpaced the PS3 in sales, features, and community. Gamers didn't just like Xbox, they identified with it. It was the brand that felt innovative, fresh, focused on fun. They weren't just competing, they were leading. Microsoft invested in studios, built a tight ecosystem, and brought Western developers to the forefront of console gaming. But that fire, that hunger, started fading. The Kinect was distracted. The Xbox One misfired. And Game Pass, while disruptive, became a crutch instead of a cornerstone. Because when a platform stops evolving and starts coasting, the competition doesn't wait. They catch up, and then they pull ahead. The fall of Xbox wasn't one mistake. It was a pattern of misfires that slowly eroded its edge. First came the exclusives. While Sony built a legacy around God of War, Spider-Man, and The Last of Us, Xbox fumbled its first-party titles. Years passed between major releases. Big promises turned into underwhelming games. Fans stopped believing. Then came the hardware confusion. The Xbox One launched with a focus on TV integration and motion control, a move that alienated core gamers. The Xbox Series S and X added power, but not clarity. Too many models, too few reasons to upgrade. Then there's Game Pass, brilliant in concept, but risky in execution. It trains players to expect everything for cheap and makes it harder for premium titles to succeed. It's a great value for users, but for developers and long-term exclusivity, it's not always a win. And perhaps the biggest failure? Brand identity. Ask a casual gamer what Xbox stands for today, and the answer is often silence. Because if you're not known for your games, your innovation, or your culture, what are you known for? In 2024, Xbox isn't just losing market share, it's losing identity. Microsoft has shut down studios. Redfall flopped. Starfield underwhelmed. Even with Game Pass, subscription growth has slowed to a crawl. Meanwhile, PlayStation thrives on cinematic blockbusters. Nintendo keeps reinventing nostalgia. And Xbox? It's stuck in neutral. Game Pass was once its golden ticket, an industry disruptor. Now, it's a crutch, great for convenience, bad for culture. Because convenience doesn't build a legacy. Exclusive, unforgettable games do. The Xbox brand used to mean power, performance, and connection. Now, it means what exactly? Even Xbox leadership has admitted to losing the console war, and when you start saying that out loud, you start losing something even more dangerous: morale. Developers hesitate, gamers drift, And the longer Xbox waits to reclaim its place, the harder it gets. The strategy feels splintered. One foot in console gaming, one in subscriptions, another chasing cloud, but without one clear direction. The scary part? Microsoft can keep funding Xbox indefinitely. But if gamers stop caring, no amount of money can buy relevance back. Still, the window isn't closed. Xbox has the talent, the tech, and the tools. What it needs now, more than ever, is clarity, vision, and the courage to lead again. Because at the heart of every great console isn't a processor, it's a promise. And right now, Xbox has to prove it can keep that promise before it's too late. Xbox changed the world once. It connected gamers, defined online play, delivered icons like Halo and Gears of War. But somewhere along the way, it stopped chasing greatness and started chasing trends. Now, the brand that once led the industry is fighting for relevance in a market it helped create. And here's the truth. Fans don't want Xbox to fail. They want it to matter again. They want to believe in it, not just as a service, but as a culture, as a console, as a vision. Because gaming is emotional, it's personal, and when a brand loses its soul, it loses its players. So, Xbox, it's your move. And if you found this breakdown powerful, hit that like button, subscribe for more business-driven storytelling, and drop a comment. Can Xbox come back from this? Or has it already lost the war? Let's talk about it.